Hello and welcome guys, my name is Jay Steele and today I'm going to show you how to build this simple snow owl trap. So let's go ahead and jump into it here. Here's a building list if you guys wish to write this down. This is a time to pause right here and do that. The coordinates for today's build are 24.7 latitude and 77 longitude. So first step here is to take our 10 foundations and make a 2 by 5 grid with them. Up next here, we're going to grab as many door frames as we can carry, and we're going to go lay them out in a 4 by 4 square, 4 on the bottom and then 4 going vertical. Next step, we're going to want to go ahead and grab our ramps and 2 of our doorways and gates, the dinosaur doors, and we're going to go ahead and go place the ramps around first because it's just easier for building. And in this step, I actually don't recommend doing the wooden ones like I placed. If you're going to do this, make them out of metal because the wooden ones can still get damaged. So now we're going to place the dinosaur doors. That way, this will be what funnels them into the trap. And I find it easier to craft a wooden ladder to help place these because they'll get you square with the building and they'll just be lined up better, I think. So we're going to go ahead and put both these on our hot bar and we're going to go put the ladder down and climb up the ladder and select the dinosaur gate. And then I went into K mode just so I could get a better view and going to walk backwards off the ladder. And when you place the gate, you want to make sure it's facing, or well, you're facing inward when you place it. Now, you just get it kind of lined up left and right and make sure to leave enough where the doorway is for the normal doors and go ahead when you're comfortable, just place it. And now we're just going to put another ladder down and do the exact same thing on the other side, making sure that we face inward. That way the doors will open inward for the trap. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our ceilings because it's finally time to put the top on this thing. Now, I had a hard time placing them from the ground, so I actually am going to go back and jump on my Argent and place a couple from there, and then I'm just going to land on it and place the rest from the roof. Now for the last bit of the required doors to finish up the trap. Now that we got the roof and the gates down, we're going to go ahead and place the last bit of the door frames going down. This way, it just makes it easier to keep things trapped into it, and we can still fly under the one little block that we're leaving for ourselves there. So that's pretty much the complete trap there, excluding the ramps. They're not completely necessary. So now we're going to go ahead and put some of the little add-ons that I think just make the trap a lot easier and more functional. And we're going to go ahead and throw on the 2 extra dinosaur doors here at about a 45-degree angle. Um, it's really just to help funnel anything that's following you in. If you can get the snap point and get them facing the right way, that's great. If not, they're there just to help funnel things in. So don't worry about those too much being precise. Now the last little bit for the trap here is just a kind of funnel on the top too. So this is where we're going to use the last 2 door frames that we have, and we're going to go ahead and throw 2 ceilings on top of that. And then we're going to have the ramps on the inside, or the slope ceilings, sorry, not ramps. And they are going to be angled in so that if something isn't quite low enough, this will help push it down into the trap. And that just kind of completes all the little add-ons that we have for the trap here. So now we're just going to do a little flyby of the trap, give you guys a little bit of a 360 view of it so you can kind of see it a little bit further away here. Um, jump inside, clean up our ladders that we used for building the gates, and that's it for the build video here, guys. I am going to go ahead and include a little bit more here of using an Argent, a Snow Owl, and a Pterodactyl for actually using the trap and catching one. So if you guys want to stick around for that, awesome. If not, I hope you guys enjoyed the build video, and thank you for watching. Hey guys, so first up I'm going to show you probably the hardest one to use this trap with, and that's trying to use an Argent to bring the Snow Owl in. The Snow Owl flies faster than the Argent, which makes it really difficult to actually get towards the trap because you can't outrun the snow owl with the Argentavis. Um, I tried clipping him on the sides of the gates here, but he's sometimes really can just, he follows you too closely. What I found best was actually just kind of sitting by the first few foundations, and sometimes he'd fly around and he'd end up getting going into the trap, and then I could fly around real quick and actually trap. If you have to use an Argent, take the 2 door frames here at the end where the gate is and destroy those, and you can fly your Argent all the way through the trap, which might make it a lot easier to actually get the snow owl in him, because the snow owl generally flies above you when he's following you. Again, just coming in here with the Argent, and it took probably about 12 tries before I was finally able to get that snow owl in the trap with the Argent. If you really have to use an Argent, just take the 2 door frames off at the end of the trap here. That way you can fly your Argent straight through. I think that'll make it a lot easier if you have to use the Argent. So now we're coming in with the snow owl, which is probably the second most difficult. When you're coming in, you just get to the bottom and kind of worm left and right. You got to be careful not to sprint right at the end, because if the snow owl is close enough to the ground and you hit sprint, he'll actually end up landing on the ground, which will make it hard for you to actually get out of the trap. He needs to be flying to get out of the trap. Plus, I like the snow owl because you can freeze the thing you're trying to tame too for a brief moment. And lastly, the pterodactyl. Now, this one that I got was a low-level pterodactyl. It was probably like a level 20 or something, but it still works. It's easy enough to fly right in and underneath the trap there. You can still get off, close your doors, and get that snow owl trapped up nice and easy with the pterodactyl. So that's the one I really recommend you use for sake of ease. So that's it for the video, guys. If you stayed through the end, I just want to say thanks, and if you really liked it, go ahead and drop a like to let me know. I also have some other videos on my channel that you might enjoy, but that's all I got for this one, so thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.